Hi, welcome to SoarZion Technologies. If you're evaluating e-commerce platforms for your business, this walkthrough is for you. zCartify, launched in 7 days, one-time investment, 0 recurring fees. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what your customers see, what you see as the business owner, and what it actually costs compared to alternatives. Let's start with the storefront. This is exactly what your customers will land on. Quick context before the walkthrough. Most platforms charge you monthly, forever. Shopify's basic plan alone runs about 72,000 Indian rupees over 3 years, and you still don't own anything. A custom build from scratch costs 3 lakh Indian rupees and takes months. zCartify sits in between, one-time license, perpetual use, launched in 7 days. I'll come back to these numbers in detail near the end. For now, let's see the actual product. Every zCartify storefront is built in layers. The top bar carries your logo and branding. This is the first thing customers see. Below it, a company details bar, your tagline, quick links to your account and cart. Then the main navigation, your category menu, and a search bar customers can use to jump straight to a product instead of browsing. Right below this, your ad banners go here, seasonal sales, featured collections, vendor promotions, whatever you want to push that week. This menu structure is fully flexible. Men, women, kids, home and living, and beauty are just this store's setup. If you sell electronics, groceries, or anything else, the categories are built around your catalog. Let's go one level deeper, women, then Indian and fusion wear. Category, subcategory, and sub-subcategory, all filterable. Click vendors, and you land on the partner directory, every seller on this marketplace, listed with their own branding. Right now we've got Demo, Nelson & Co., the store, and Black & White, each one a completely independent business selling under your platform. Notice the trust signals below, fast delivery, 24/7 support, secure payments. These apply platform-wide, regardless of which vendor a customer buys from. Now let's click into one, Black & White. This is their dedicated storefront. Their own products, their own catalog, their own pricing, all hosted inside your marketplace. As the platform owner, you're not managing one store, you're hosting many, while your platform handles the commission and the customer experience end-to-end. Here's a full product page. At the top, star ratings build trust before a customer even reads the description. The price shows the discounted amount with the original MRP struck through. Customers see the deal instantly. Below that, variant selection, color swatches and size, so customers pick exactly what they want before adding to cart. Quantity, add to cart, and a wishlist heart, all standard, all expected. And these social share icons let customers post a product straight to Facebook, X, WhatsApp, or email. Free word-of-mouth marketing you don't have to lift a finger for. Now scroll down, this is the reviews section. Customers can rate a product 1 to 5 stars and leave written feedback directly on the page. This builds trust for future buyers and gives you real feedback on what's working. And right below that, you might also like. These are automatically suggested related products, keeping customers browsing instead of leaving after one purchase. This is how you turn a single sale into a bigger cart, without any manual work on your end. Now here's where the multi-vendor model really shows its power. Let's add one product from each vendor, Demo, Nelson & Co., the store, and Black & White. For different sellers, for different catalogs, but as a customer, I'm just shopping. Here's my cart, all 4 products, grouped by vendor. Now watch what happens when I enter my delivery PIN code. Each vendor gets their own shipping cost, calculated live through our Shiprocket integration. Real courier rates based on where that vendor ships from, not a flat guess and not the same number repeated 4 times. That's genuinely different logistics per seller, handled automatically. For payment, Razorpay is built in natively. Cards, UPI, wallets, all through one checkout. not a bolted-on plugin. Cash on delivery is supported too, which matters a lot for Indian buyers. One payment, one click for the customer, for vendor payouts handled correctly behind it. Now here's the proof. One order, order number 6058, but look closely, each vendor generates their own tax invoice. This one sold by Nelson & Co., this one sold by the store, each with their own GSTN, their own shipping charge, their own GST breakdown, SGST, CGST, all correctly split. As the customer, I placed one order. But behind the scenes, this is 4 fully compliant, independent vendor transactions, invoiced separately and automatically. No manual reconciliation, no spreadsheet gymnastics, the platform handles it. If you're running multi-vendor, other sellers register right here. A prospective vendor submits their business details, legal entity name and address, contact phone and email, their GSTN, PAN, and brand logo, everything needed to onboard them as a verified, GST-compliant seller on your platform. Here's exactly what happens after that form is submitted. The vendor submits their application. zCartify automatically triggers a welcome email, no manual step from you. You, the platform administrator, review their company documents and approve. Once approved, the system auto-generates a secure password and dispatches a secure login link straight to the vendor. The merchant now has isolated, independent access, their own dashboard, completely separate from every other seller. You approve once. Everything else happens on its own. Now look at both sides. This is a vendor logged into their own portal, their products, their orders, their own reports, nothing else. And this is the admin panel, same platform, an entirely different menu, because you, the administrator, see and control everything across every vendor. That separation is the whole point. Vendors run their business, you run the platform. This is the admin dashboard, the moment you log in, your entire business at a glance. Up top, current month, last 30 days, and a 3-month view, total orders, total sales, average order value, and active vendors, all updating live. Below, a sales overview chart across the last 12 months, so you can spot trends at a glance instead of digging through spreadsheets. Next to it, order status breakdown. Pending, in transit, delivered, returned, and more, visualized as a pie chart for the past month, and as a trend across the last 12. Here's vendors this month, every seller's orders and sales, side by side, so you can see at a glance who's performing. Below that, orders and order statuses for this month, new orders, in transit, delivered, returned, all as live counters. And finally, product and inventory status. Products on display, variants on display, and inventory alerts, so stock issues surface here before they become a problem on your storefront. One important note, a vendor logged into their own dashboard sees this exact same layout, but scoped entirely to their own business. Their own orders, their own sales, their own inventory, never anyone else's. Here's a quick look, same structure, same clarity, just their own numbers. Under operations, product is where every item on the platform lives. Vendors create and manage their own products, but you see everything, across every vendor, in one place. And here's the important part, any product a vendor adds or modifies goes through approved product before it goes live. Nothing reaches your storefront without you or your store manager signing off first. Same logic applies to approve review, a customer's review gets checked here before it's published. You're never just hosting a marketplace and hoping for the best, every product and every piece of public content passes through your control first. Reports is your entire data layer, grouped by what you actually need to know. For money, Payments View stores every transaction with its Razorpay transaction ID, so every payment can be cross-verified against the gateway itself. Net Sales shows what you've actually earned after costs, and GST Report keeps you audit-ready without a single manual calculation. For people, Customer List and Vendor List, so you know exactly who's buying and who's selling on your platform. And for operations, Inventory Report flags what's running low, Orders and Orders Report give you every transaction in detail, and Orders Delivery Report tracks exactly where each shipment stands. 9 reports, but really just 3 questions answered instantly: how's the money, who's involved, and where's everything right now? Here's exactly how a return moves through the system, start to finish. A customer initiates a return, within 7 days of delivery, and partial returns are allowed. That request goes straight to the vendor, not the admin, it's their product, their call to approve or reject. Once the vendor approves, they trigger the Shiprocket reverse pickup, same integration as the outbound delivery, running in reverse. When the item comes back, the vendor verifies it and marks it for refund. From there, it comes to you, the admin, for final approval, and once you approve, Razorpay settles the refund directly to the customer. This is the part every vendor actually cares about, getting paid. 2 payout cycles a month, one on the 15th, one at month end, each with a built-in cutoff that respects the return window before anything gets finalized. On these dates, the system runs the full calculation automatically: TCS, CGST, SGST, and IGST where applicable, GST on the platform's own commission, the shipping GST component, Razorpay's gateway charges including the GST on those charges, and the platform commission itself. What's left is the vendor's net payable, calculated, not estimated. Vendor payment is the ledger, and every rupee here is cross-checkable line by line in the vendor's own GST report. This is what makes vendors trust the platform long-term, transparent, predictable, on-schedule payouts. Setup covers the building blocks, split into 2 areas. Catalog structure, category, subcategory, sub-subcategory, brand, size, and color. This is how your product taxonomy is organized. And storefront content, system setup, testimonial, tax, social media, slider, and coupon, plus shipping charges. This shapes what customers actually see and experience. All of it, without touching a single line of code. Shipping in our system is fully flexible. A vendor can choose any of these modes and have complete independence over how they price delivery. Standard shipping rate uses the platform's default delivery charge. Live courier rate passes through the real-time Shiprocket cost with nothing added. Or live courier rate plus your margin, same live rate, but the vendor adds their own markup, like this one set at 10%. And a free shipping threshold, so orders above a certain value ship free automatically. Whatever mode they pick, it's entirely their call. Now notice, only the vendors who chose a live courier mode actually need to set up Shiprocket. Here in Configure Shiprocket, each vendor enters their own API credentials, and these are fully encrypted, stored securely, never exposed in plain text. A vendor managing their own courier outside the system simply doesn't need this screen at all. The platform only asks for what's actually required, based on the choice they made one screen ago. That's zCartify, what your customers experience, what you control as the owner, and what it costs against the alternatives. zCartify delivers. Feel free to call us at 812-248-3774, or email us at info@SoarZion.com. Let's engineer your store.